So, I've been studying the existential threat of artificial intelligence for about 6 months, somewhat full time. And I've come to convince myself that there is a decent chance that we are living in the end of the world and the end of our universe. Let's call it 50%. In my mind, I've come to this decision completely rationally. I've tried my absolute hardest to eliminate cognitive bias from my decision making. And at the same time, I cannot help but recognize that there were other times in humanity's history, many other times, perhaps countless times, when many humans at once thought that the world was ending. Before the year 2000 with Y2K, of course, the worry about the world ending there, from what I understand and from what I've heard, was a good thing because it prompted engineers to act on the problem. And then there was the ozone layer in the 1980s, was it? Which also perhaps would have been a bigger problem if it was not acted on. I don't really know anything about those events other than they were projected to be sort of end of the world events. And then you go back into the 50s with nuclear war, even now with nuclear war. And then World War II. And the bubonic plague, the Crusades. There have been so many times in history where it has seemed like the end of the world. And many, many people convinced themselves that it was. And it makes me wonder, have we evolved a bias to lead us down thought processes that are more biased toward humans all dying? Have I evolved to just assume the worst in that regard? Or do humans just have this fundamental flaw where we always think that everyone's going to die all the time? I think it would make sense for us to have that, at least to an extent, because if you're worried enough about the world ending, you take action to keep it from ending. Now, if you're too worried about the world ending, too convinced that it's going to happen, then it paralyzes you and you just don't do anything. So that's certainly not ideal, you would think. But like, to have sort of a 50-50 chance in your head at all times about the world ending might serve you, or at least serve evolution's goals of survival and reproduction. Might not serve you as a person because it gets in the way of you achieving true happiness or whatever you want in your life. But regardless, I have to rely on my own rational thoughts somewhat because it's all I have. And it has led me to believe through months and months of deliberation and source checking and philosophical work, theoretical work, analysis of evidence, I have come to the conclusion that if I had to guess a percentage, I would say there's a 50% chance, maybe 30 to 50, 10 to 50, 10 to 60, I don't know, somewhere around that range, that we are going to go extinct in the next 10 to 20 years. So that's why this channel exists. Because I still want to work on preventing an AI apocalypse, which I do think would happen before a climate change apocalypse. I don't really know much about climate change. I don't know anything about it. I don't know if it's real or if it's fake, or I really don't know anything. But I only got 3 hours of sleep last night, so I'm losing my train of thought a lot, and I have to find it again. That's why I made this YouTube channel, because I want to continue working on prevention of AI catastrophe, but I don't want it to take up all of my time like it was before, because I was so obsessed with it that it was taking away from having a positive life experience in the first place. I was so obsessed with preventing an apocalypse from happening so that I could have a good life, that it kept me from living a good life in the present. And the delayed gratification as a means of getting what you want in life is a very good practice. I'm practicing it right now. I don't really like exercising on this bike. It's not my favorite thing, but I do it so that I can be healthy tomorrow and next week and next month, and so that I can enjoy life more. I lost my train of thought again. Delayed gratification has its place. Like, you got to do something you don't want today in order to get something that you want next week. That's just kind of how life works. But I think I've learned recently not to live there, not to live in the realm of delayed gratification all of the time, because the work has to go to something. You're working for something. You're working now so that you can enjoy life later. But if you're always working now so that you can enjoy life later, you will never enjoy life. So I've decided to split my time between the responsible stuff, the work on AI safety, and other things that I need to worry about just to keep myself alive and to keep myself from experiencing pain. I've split my time between that and enjoying life. There's a lot of things that I want to experience. There's an album that I really want to write. I want to learn Italian. I want to learn other languages, maybe Japanese. I want to learn how to skateboard. I want to travel the world. I want to spend time with my wife. I want to... I got a long list. Really long list. It's not just those 4 things. I want to watch baseball games. I want to learn how to play new instruments. I want to learn quantum physics. These might sound like strange interests. I don't really care. And I can't keep working toward a better future and have that future never come because I never decided to grab it. And so this channel is going to be surrounding both worlds, the responsible work and the fun stuff. Both are enjoyable. Both are arguably equally enjoyable. Both are equally important. I used to think that work-life balance was stupid, and the real winners were the ones who just worked all day and every day. And if you want to work all day and every day, if you truly enjoy it and don't want to do anything else, then more power to you. I have discovered that that's not for me. Goodbye.